Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another early morning coffee talks. Hope you guys are having a terrific Monday, and hopefully you got your Christmas shopping done over the weekend, and not be one of those ones waiting till tomorrow, be out there fighting in traffic, and having to move old ladies out the way to be able to get them last minute shopping gifts. And hopefully you was able to get everything you needed for your family, for your husband, for your wife, um, and for your kids. So hopefully you was able to get everything you wanted, and have it all set up. But I just want to start off by saying, be fearless. I know a lot of us are going through our journey with self-development, personal development, and getting to the point where we're transitioning into a new version of ourselves. And here's the thing that I'm even learning for myself personally is, as you go through this journey, many people won't understand what you're becoming. And the reason for that is they haven't seen it, right? You've been with people for a while and they've only seen what you've shown them based on like habits and the way you move, and just, you be with people, you kind of start to learn who they are. And just because it's a daily routine, and then when that routine is changed or interrupted, it makes everyone uncomfortable, and even yourself is going to be uncomfortable because it's so new, and you're like, where am I going with this? I would say this: no matter what, if it puts people in a place they don't understand, if it puts people in a place of fear, if it put people in a place where they're uncomfortable, keep going. Keep going, because as long as it's in a positive direction that's making you better as a person, it doesn't really matter how it affects other people, right? Because at some point, you have to take control of your life. You have to become the best version of yourself. And until you're on that path, many people never understand this. And it's not that you're not wanting everybody else to benefit, but I've said this, and I think it's been said as well. Whenever you're on an airplane, if there's an emergency, you put your face mask on first, right? Before you help other people. In your life, a lot of us don't even know that we're in an emergency. A lot of us don't know that there's a problem going on and that we can't breathe because it's so much going on in our life. We're attempting to put our face mask on everybody else besides ourselves. You have to put the face mask on yourself first. And that way, then you can help others. You have to level up your life first. Then you can give back to help others. Too many of us are thinking that we can help other people and we're right where they are. We're right where they are. So how can we pull them up and we on the same level? We all, at that point, you just crabs in a bucket. And so I've just come back to realizing this. I've known it, but for some reason, I lost the connection with it. But now, I've reconnected with it, and I understand that. And so this is just me going to the next version of myself, and hopefully that's what the path you're on as well. And just realizing like I have to change, right? I have to become a totally new person. But in the midst of all of that, I have to be fearless to do it. I have to be fearless to do it. And again, everybody's not gonna understand it. Everybody's not gonna want you to change either, because that means they have to change and they have to become uncomfortable and maybe even different themselves, because you're elevating your life. You're pushing up your standards on, what you want and what you don't want. And I think one big caveat for me was, once I got on this journey and I got clear what my purpose was and clear what direction I'm going, it let me know clearly what I want and don't want. And for a long time, especially when we get married, right? A lot of us have in our mind this viewpoint of like a movie on what it means to be a husband, what it means to be a wife. And unless you grew up in a household where you did have your father, many of us didn't, right? Or we might have had at least a male there present, but they wasn't executing on a high level. So we never really seen what it really meant to really be around a high level male who's performing at a high level. And that doesn't mean financially, But that means emotionally, high level performing, spiritually, physically, like really being in shape and stuff like that. And even if you do want to say financially, having things, being in a point in his career or his job where he was really respected and stuff like that. I didn't grow up around that, right? So I never seen it, but until I got older, I was able to start getting around the people. I remember when I was selling insurance and being around millionaires, and just the thought on how they looked at things was different, right? I remember them just telling me that if if you want to be successful, put yourself around successful people. And you just hear that over and over and over. You never really understand it until you change your mindset. You're like, oh, now I get it. Now I get it. Right? And so that's just what you have to do. You have to change and be fearless to put yourself in those situations. Right? So again, as you change, as you develop into a new version of yourself, everybody's not going to agree with it. Everybody's not going to understand it. Everybody's not going to be comfortable with it. And some people may even fear it. Right? But keep going, man. If it's pushing you to the best version of yourself, at some point things will balance out. At some point people be like, oh, I see it now. Right? But it's like drawing a painting. Sometimes you're like, man, where are they going with this? I don't really understand it. But once the pictures, there's a point where you started like, oh, okay, I kind of see it now. Right? And then when it's finished, it's like, oh, wow, it's beautiful. Right now, you're painting your new version of yourself. You're painting a new picture of yourself. And again, you know what the picture is going to be. You know what the vision is going to be, what the end result of the photo or the picture is going to be. But don't worry about if everybody else don't understand it. Just keep painting. Because after a while, they'll start to understand. So be fearless. Keep going. And that's the message for today. So, hey, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this message. Let me know if you're being fearless on your journey as well. And so, with that being said, subscribe to the Husband Code. If you've been watching it for a while, subscribe. If you're new, subscribe. And hit a like on the video. Let's send this out to the internet. And hit the notification bell to see more videos like this every single day. And until next time, I appreciate y'all. Much love. I'll talk to y'all later.